So this is the part where I talk to my Discord about their ideas about the topics that I talked about. So hello guys.
Yo, what's up?
Hi. We got Spackle, we got Dirt Lord, and we also have Clayboy, but I don't know where Dirt Lord is, but I also heard Clayboy. You there, Dirt Lord?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, so we're gonna start off with Spackle talking about COVID. So, like, I already made a video about it, what are my thoughts and opinions about it, but how do you think it's affecting the world in a negative way, besides, like, the stuff that I talked about, like lockdown and whatever?
So definitely starting from like the educational perspective, I feel like the majority, at least in my opinion, from what I've heard, students are having much more harder time focusing on their education. Even though if they try their best, like there's a lot of distraction remotely, and some people have said it's easier. Like the pro of having COVID and remote is that you have more sleep, but overall, in my opinion, there's a lot more negative in that like there's a lot more distractions education wise and learning. And another negative is that like you can't visit your family as often or not at all if especially if you're like in quarantine if you have got a report back that you're positive report for COVID. So that's also really sad for some people. They're not able to spend the holidays. Um, the like last month, Christmas, like when Omicron went up, that's when the or some orders in some places of the world said like you can't travel, etc. So that's
Yeah.
another thing.
Yeah. Also, like you said, not visiting your family, that could cause people to be depressed, and then depression is just a whole another thing. So, yeah, thank you, Spackle, for talking with me. All right, next up we
Sure.
have Clayboy talking about wildfires. So, Clay, what are your opinions about not just in general, like not just wildfires, but like in general, like carbon emissions, extreme weather, and yeah, so just go ahead. What are your opinions about those topics? All right, Clayboy, take it away.
Okay, so the wildfires, like, they could spread really fast, and it's like just really like destroys the earth and stuff because like the wildfires don't just like it takes time for the fire to move around the like
And
grass and forest,
also,
but it,
and also, it takes a really long time to take them out. Like I've seen back in the beginning of 2020, the Australia wildfires, like, many firefighters worked 2 or 3 days without sleep just fighting the fire, and usually like very small things start these fires. Like I've heard stories of fires happening from like people leaving their matches on the floor, and like it's just really sad. And Clay, what is your opinion in general, like in general of extreme weather and carbon emissions, not just wildfires?
I think people really have to start like noticing these things and like start facing the facts like how like it's impacting our atmosphere and how like those carbon emissions like you said really like affect our life and so
Yeah,
like you
they
could probably
they gotta like start switching over to renewable energy. It's just like really
yeah
bad.
and like those cars where you charge instead of using gasoline and stuff
Yeah, like Teslas.
or like solar energy that's
Yeah,
good too.
yeah, they're pretty good, but they also come with their cons. But that's for another video. All right,
Yeah.
so Dirt Lord, you there?
Yeah.
All right, so you are going to be talking about the tensions with countries and nuclear war threats. So take it away.
Okay, so I believe the U.S. and China they are going to be fighting. Like you said, it was U.S. and Russia would be fighting, but Russia is declining while China is rising. So I believe China and U.S. will be fighting.
Why do you believe that China is gonna? Why did Russia decline? Like, can you
Well,
explain further?
mostly population. Well, when the Soviet Union fell, they declined, and now their population is declining very much, and they can't really do anything. Same
Yeah.
China, like population declining.
And you said that China and the U.S. have strong tensions. Why do you think that why do you think that China and the U.S. are gonna fight instead of Russia and the U.S.?
Well, Russia's declining, and it's mostly just like the U.S. against communism. Like that was the Cold War even.
Yeah, I remember.
Another thing about all these tensions is like not to be negative, but there's never not going to be tensions in the world. Like as
Yeah,
far
I
as you,
know. People don't get along, but sometimes other tensions are worse than others.
yeah,
Anyways, guys, thank you for speaking your opinions. And then for the last one, uh, all three of them are going to talk about inflation and their personal experiences with it. So we'll start off with Spackle. So, how has inflation really affected you, or if not affected you, how do you view it, or how do you think it is affecting humanity in general?
So I think for like inflation affects like products and like how they last over time. So for example, if a product comes out in 2010 and like there's a higher demand for it, then inflation increases and overall like the prices also increase. And also like inflation, like that's why other countries have like some currencies which have um each paper money is like worth like 1,000 in some places, like
Yeah,
hundreds of thousands. That's
wh-
why inflation is also like affecting them.
yeah. Where I come from, Syria, it's back in like 1980, $1 used to be $30 or $40 over there. Right now, it is around 3,000. So it's a really big change and it's really dramatic. So I can agree with you on that one. Anyways, let's move on to Dirt Lord. You there?
yeah. I believe inflation is So I'm gonna go back to like World War One and in between World War One and World War Two.
Okay.
Germany Germany had to pay lot of money, and so their currency inflated because they just kept printing more and more, and that eventually led to like the chaos that caused World War Two. So I believe inflation is going to like destroy.
Is the Germany thing still today? Like, is the currency still like like still inflated till today?
I'm not sure about that. Germany has stabilized since World War Two or since like after the Cold War. Germany stabilized. I'm not sure though.
All right. Well, thank you for talking with us. Last is Clay. Clay, if you have any personal experiences, just talk about that. I feel like Spackle and Dirt Lord talked more about like non-personal experiences. Do you have any personal experiences?
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of people do, but like sometimes we, my family and I would be shopping and like we would like long ago some I products were like probably like 10 or like $5 in the past, and now it's like 20 or 30, like
Yeah,
double or triple
just like I talked about my
cost.
tomato example. I remember it was like $1 a pound. Now it's $3 a pound, which is just really bizarre. So thank you guys for sharing. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.